Oh my goodness! If it ain't one thing, it's another. If it ain't one thing, it's another. What's good? It's the one and only, but what do I know? Boxing coming back at y'all with another one, man. You know how I do it, man. I got some not so good news for you, but you stay tuned. I'll break it down for everybody. I gotta break it down. I'm gonna give y'all the news. Y'all just kick back, trust in your boy. I got you, all right? But as you guys can see, Mike Carpenter, the verified check mark, right? The blue check, so it's him. It says a rematch clause dispute is holding up the Gervonta Davis Ryan Garcia deal. Sources told ESPN the clause can only be triggered by Davis if he loses. PBC/Showtime argue it should be the lead promoter/network for the rematch, while Golden Boy Promotions/DAZN argue the same. So, man, listen. Let me do the research. You guys sit back, and then of course you know how I do it. I got to give y'all my opinion. So here we go. So shout out to Boxing News 24. Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia negotiation stalled over rematch clause. Okay, so it says negotiation for the April 15th Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia mega fight have hit a snag over the rematch clause for the fight. The Tank Ryan fight is now in jeopardy, with the chance that it won't happen unless one of the two sides gives in. This is ridiculous. It is an easy solvable issue if you're on Ryan's side. The rematch clause only comes into play if he wins, which some would say is highly improbable. The clause is a one-sided one that can only be activated by Tank Davis, who is 28-0 with 26 knockouts. His side management at PBC and network Showtime wants to be the lead promoters in the rematch if he loses to Ryan and chooses to activate it. Wow, okay, so basically what's going on is Showtime wants to, if Ryan Garcia beats Tank Davis, Showtime wants to be the one to still be able to air it. Whereas Golden, I'm pretty sure De La Hoya is more so on the tip like, hey, now if Ryan wins, we want to have it at DAZN. They're already the lead promoters for the April 15th fight, but they want to continue to be for the rematch, even though it would only activate if their fighter lost. Not surprisingly, Ryan Garcia's promoter at Golden Boy and his network, DAZN, want to be the lead promoter in the network for the rematch, as they likely feel it's only fair that they are in charge of the show in the second time around, given their fighter's victory. The deal is planned for April 15th. The deal for the planned April 15th super fight between Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia hasn't been complete yet because of a dispute over the rematch clause, reports Mike Carpenter of ESPN. If Garcia wins and the rematch clause is activated, Golden Boy and DAZN argue that their side should be the lead promoter and pay-per-view producer and distributor. PBC and Showtime maintain that the promoter and network should remain the same for a potential encore bout should Ryan Garcia walk away. Many people on social media are on Ryan Garcia's side on this, feeling that if he beats Tank, the promoter Golden Boy and his network DAZN should be the ones in charge of putting on the rematch. After all, Ryan would be the winner, as the saying goes, to the victor goes the spoils. Never heard that saying. Whether Ryan and Golden Boy give it to Tank's side on this will depend on how badly they want to fight. If Tank and PBC don't agree to what they want, Ryan can always walk away and be the A side against almost anyone at 135 or 140. Tank isn't the only fighter that Ryan can make big money fighting. Of course, if all this is about cashing out for Ryan, who might not feel confident about beating the A-level fighters at 135 or 140, then by all means, he should consider giving in to what Tank Davis' side wants in the terms of being the lead promoters and the networks for the rematch. So basically what they're saying is if Ryan Garcia is serious about this fight and he really feels like he win, he should walk away. But if Ryan Garcia is just looking to make a big payday, then he should basically give in to what Tank Davis wants. I'll explain on that a little later. in the video. When you look at the real terms, Tank is likely to win in the April 15th fight. So it's neither here nor there about the rematch clause, because the chances of it being used are next to zero. If Ryan had experience against cutting edge competition and proving himself capable of beating a fighter like Tank Davis, then it would be worth it for him to scrap the fight over the issue potentially. But that's not the case. This fight is essentially a cash out for Ryan Garcia. So he might as well give in to what Tank Davis' side wants, because he'll never get the opportunity anyways. Tank has trial on February 16th in Baltimore, and it's unclear whether he'll get cuffed and taken away to jail, which I truly doubt, immediately if he's found guilty, or if it can be delayed. Unless if they're talking about that hit and run issue. All right, man. That's shout out to Boxing News 24. I think it's Boxing News 24/7. Shout out to them. All right, so listen, let me go ahead and break this down to you again. So the holdup is basically De La Hoya and Ryan Garcia. De La Hoya feels like, no, if Ryan Garcia wins the fight, we should be able to air show the fight on DAZN. And Showtime is saying like, no, even if Ryan Garcia beats Tank Davis, they still want the rematch on Showtime with them. They want to host the rematch, PBC and Showtime. Now, as much as I support the PBC and Showtime, I don't agree with them on this one. I'm gonna tell you why, right? First and foremost, look, if you guys remember, and again, this is Ryan Garcia does a lot of things to irritate me, and so does Oscar De La Hoya. But I gotta call it how I see it. I gotta give my opinion. This is my opinion. If you guys remember the Jamal Charlo versus Jaime Munguia situation, almost the exact same thing, right? Showtime wanted to host the fight, right? Because they were putting up the funds. Showtime wanted to host the fight. They stated that should Jaime Munguia beat Jamal Charlo, then DAZN will be able to host the rematch. But Golden Boy wanted to have DAZN partake in the fight. Like, they wanted to do a co-promotion with Showtime and DAZN for the first fight with Jamal Charlo and Jaime Munguia. But DAZN and Golden Boy didn't want to put up any funds. So I understood that. So what's the difference now? I don't understand. Like, it was like, because Showtime was okay with that. They was okay with with Jamal Charlo and Jaime Munguia having a rematch on DAZN should Jaime Munguia beat Jamal Charlo. So why is it not okay for Ryan Garcia to have the rematch should Ryan Garcia beat Tank Davis? I'm not understanding that. I don't get that at all. I mean, personally, I feel like if Ryan, obviously we know Tank Davis is the A side, but if Ryan beats Tank Davis, then I do feel like Ryan deserves, like, at that particular time, then Ryan becomes the A side. Ryan gets the fake WBA belt, and Ryan becomes the A side. So why would they not have it on DAZN? I mean, as much as I just really dislike Ryan and Golden Boy, they're in the right in this situation. I mean, I 100% understand. Like, bro, unless if, just like the article said, unless if Ryan Garcia is looking for a cash out, then bro, just go ahead and go do what they want. But I just personally, I mean, it doesn't make sense. Like, I don't understand why they would not want to have it on DAZN. Listen, by all means, they need to be trying to make this fight happen. All right, they need to be making this fight happen, because, bro, boxing cannot afford to miss out on another big fight. I mean, we just can't right now, But I mean, listen, I really want to go. I really want to look to see why. I would love an explanation from Steven Espinoza as to wondering why they feel like that would be fair. I mean, at this point, all we can really do is wait for an explanation for Steven Espinoza, and we know we ain't gonna get one from Al Heyman. But I mean, personally, bro, it doesn't. I don't see how this would be an issue. You would think this would, like, naturally, at this point, this would naturally be what would happen. All in honesty, man, and it what's crazy is again, like I don't even think Ryan can beat Tank Davis. I really don't. Ryan makes way too many mistakes, so I don't know why the PBC would be holding up on this, man. And this would, like I said, man, like bro, this really would make me upset, bro, if we don't get this fight over something like this, bro. Like if push come to shove, bro, like shit, don't even do a rematch clause then. Like I mean, just take the rematch clause out, bro. All right, if you don't want the zone, and it's already crazy because you hear that PBC is having these money issue, this money issue or whatnot. You would think that they wouldn't mind the zone hosting a rematch, but I mean I don't know, man. It's just really mind-boggling, man. I hope that we can get to the bottom of this because, bro, this is really irritating, man. Let me know what you guys think. Who is at fault in this situation, man? What do you think should be the conclusion of this? Like, comment, subscribe. But what do I know?